outside Salon Kokopelli in Spring Lake for another video edition of Salon Kokopelli's Beauty Secrets. We have a great question this week, so we're going to go inside, see Mary Ball, and figure out the answer. So Jessica in Point Pleasant loves the Kardashian look, and she wants to know how she can keep her hair curly and have those great big waves and have them last the whole day without kind of like falling flat. But is blow drying the best way to do that, or is there another method that we can use? She just wants that Kardashian sexy big hair look.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, because what we're going to see now live is Hollywood hair. We're going to see glam hair.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try to give you a couple ideas today that is, because everybody works, not everybody has the time to take what it would take to get that. She's right, she does have a professional stylist at her hand. But I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to get that wave, and a lot has to do with consultation. You have to get that consultation, because there's so many great products to use to hold the hair, to give it shine, and if you don't know your hair real well, a stylist will, and they'll be able to make that recommendation. And you know what? I don't know if everywhere, but at all our Redken products are all guaranteed. If we make a recommendation to you and it doesn't work, guess what? You bring it back.
Love it.
And we give you another option to get, we get to know your hair better. So a lot has to do with products and technique, and not all with blow drying. So I'll show you a couple of different different ideas that we can do to achieve that.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, something occurred to me as I was blow drying Laurie's hair. A lot of the technique success will be in the way you blow dry your hair. So if you've got really fine hair, you need to really bust it up with the blow dryer. You ever realize that, Laura, I know you're gonna say this, when a stylist cuts your hair and then they blow it out and it's beautiful,
Always.
right? And it never looks the same,
Ever.
everybody says. Well, one of the tricks is the stylist has just cut your hair. So she's not blow drying your hair from the moment you are. She's cut your hair, so it takes a stylist anywhere from I'd say a half hour to 45 minutes to cut your hair. So your hair has not been blown dry yet, and no product has even been put in it yet, right?
Yeah.
So now that we've had that 30, 45 minute time frame, now us as stylists, besides a leave-in conditioner probably, we're going to put a styling product in. So a little tip is, think about that. Don't put your product in when it's really wet, because it's not going to suck up. It's like if a sponge has too much water in it, it's not going to take in any more water. So you always squeeze the water out of your hair, let it dry a little bit, go brush your teeth, do whatever you're going to do, get your breakfast ready, and then come back and do your hair. So a couple of the ideas that we were doing with Laurie is, one way to really set your hair, and I'm really glad I'm bringing this up, is you can do it with a brush. So you can put a brush in your hair, and you feel the tension there, Laura?
Yeah.
So you can put the brush, well, you might want the handle to be the other way, but you actually could let it sit in there. If you had 2-3 brushes, there's actually stylists get paid hundreds of dollars for this type of blowout. They'll do it in brushes and just have the brushes everywhere.
I'm gonna leave the house like this.
It is a way to do this. However, don't try this at home unless you've got a good consultation on a brush, because if I didn't have the right brush in Laurie's hair right now, she would be driving to the salon with this brush in her hair, which has happened many a time to us, for us to cut it out, because the bristles have to be the right bristles. If you use maybe an inexpensive grocery store brush, guaranteed I'd be cutting this out of your hair.
Okay.
And I have done that with a couple of clients in our lifetime, so please, just keep in mind, get a good stylist, because the bristles have to be long, you have to get a good recommendation.
Okay, so Mary's been working on my hair, and my question for you, Mary, is my hair is dry, and when I came in it was dry, and I always thought you were never supposed to do any kind of heat styling on your hair when it was already dried, because it can dry it out even more and kind of damage it.
Okay.
So
Products. It has to do with products. So when again, if you had the proper consultation and the products were set in place, you would have had, if that's your lifestyle, then we would have set you up with probably a leave-in conditioner and even a blow-dry lotion. So say you wanted to go to bed with your hair wet in the morning, at night, you could put in the blow-dry lotion, go to bed, and you could wake up, and some people's hair might still be damp, but if your hair is dry, it still has the protectant on it. All right, so the elasticity sometimes is a little different when it's dry as opposed to wet, But if you've got it protected on there, and I'm going to be putting something like a hot roller or some of these other rollers I'm going to show you, it's very, very doable because you're not damaging your hair. It is protected. You've got the right conditioner, maybe even a leave-in conditioner and a product that's protecting it.
So it's totally fine to blow dry your hair when it's already dry, kind of go through with a straightener?
Yeah, again, unless you have those protective products on there. Like when we do a roller set, like when your hair is even dry, we use something like spray starch. Now what that does is that's actually just like it's a versatile ironing spray. So even if I use a curling iron, it'll put a little protectant over that. So there's definitely many things that we can recommend that you want to do. Alrighty. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in a couple of hot rollers into this section just so I could show you. I'm going to do a couple of different things in different parts of Laurie's hair so we get to see a little bit of versatility because not everybody has the same curl everywhere, right? Also, I think what people will start seeing again with this glam hair is that you're taking out your curling irons again. You know, get out, and now they're a little bit bigger, so they have curling irons right up to an inch and a half, even bigger than that. So it's a really, again, very easy way. Now, this is a spring clamp only to show the user how to use it. But usually the professional should use a Marcel. So I just want to put that out there. Okay. So a curling iron like this, you can take a big triangle section. Again, don't try to be too neat with it. Don't try so hard. Take your curling iron, get it, hold your end, turn it around so you get your end in there. Or you get the middle of there. And then the easy thing to do is just kind of slide it. You see your end still there. But you see the type of curl I'm putting in. And it looks a little harder than it is, but because of this little easy spring clamp, you can just curl it right up. Now look at the really soft curl you get. Again, a professional iron, it's a little bit hotter, and you get a really nice soft wave. Say you are setting your hair with hot rollers, and you might want a really bigger wave. You can actually take one of the little rollers that barely gets used, and you wrap the end, and then you wrap it all together. So you'll get a little bit of a bigger wave right up at the top because we're going to give you that real, we talked about, pedestrian look.